Hi Tech family, welcome to the second part of the Solidity programming language course. In this video, we are going to explore the Remix IDE where we write our Solidity code and our smart contract. You have to go to your browser and simply type Remix IDE and then you will find this Remix Ethereum IDE with the domain https remixethereum.org. Simply click on this and this window will appear in front of you. You have to close this home because there is nothing special in this home, and that's our editor where we write our Solidity code. First, we will explore this part. You will see the workspace here. I have the workspace of named workspace 2. Workspace is something like a project. Like in any other frameworks, we have projects. Here you will see the option create. From here we can create the new workspace like the new project to work on it. I already have the workspace and there is another option rename. From here we can rename the workspace, like I rename it from workspace 2 to workspace 3 and then press the OK. And we have now the workspace 3, and from here we can delete our workspace. And that was it for the workspace, and here you will see also the 4 options. The first option is for creating a new file in our IDE. When you press it and then type a name, my file.sol. Sol is the extension for the Solidity programming language. Like when we create the Solidity file, we have to write this extension in front of every file and then press enter, and we got the file of Solidity. That's how we create file in our workspace. And there is another option, create new folder. Here we create the folders, like we already have the folders contract, scripts and tests. We can create the folders like them. Like I am creating a folder company work. All the company work will goes here. Like this we create the folders in our Remix IDE. And there is another option which is GitHub. Push all the current workspace file to the GitHub. From here you can push all your files in the workspace to your GitHub repository. And there is another option of load local file into current workspace, like to upload files from your computer storage to the Remix IDE and in that particular workspace. There are some folders which are the contracts, scripts and the test. Here will goes our contracts files, and the scripts are, we are not going to touch the scripts in this video, and that will be explained later in this course. And another file is test. We will write test in here in this folder of our particular file. And down here you will see the window. Let me resize it. That's the terminal of the Remix IDE. Like when we do some transaction from one account to another account, all the records and the processings will be appear here. Like the transaction is sending, processing and transaction is successfully completed. All the processes will be appear here. And somehow if you want to clear this terminal, there is an button clear console. When you press it, the console will be cleared. You can again collapse the terminal by pressing these arrows, and you can again open it like this. Before going to the next steps, let me show you some code of the Solidity, like how the Solidity code looks like. So let me go to this folder, so storage.sol. So that's how our Solidity code looks like. First you have to specify the license identifier, because without this the Remix IDE will give you a warning to specify this license before compiling. And then you also have to specify the version of the Solidity compiler. That's the version of the Solidity compiler, like greater than or equal to the 0.7.0 and will be less than from 0.9.0. And then the contract storage. If you have used other programming languages in the past, you may be familiar with this syntax, like we had class and something like storage and function methods like this. But in case of Solidity, we have the contract instead of the classes. That's the difference between other programming languages and the Solidity programming language. We will go deep in these writing smart contracts, function and these variables later in this course. And now let's move to the Solidity compiler. If these extensions are not appearing from when you start the Remix IDE, you have to go to this plugin manager and you can activate and deactivate these plugins from here. Again move to the Solidity compiler. That's the version of our Solidity compiler and the language and YOL. The Remix IDE allow us to use Solidity and the Viper language in this IDE, and that's the version of our Ethereum virtual machine. We will come upon it later in this course, and there are some check buttons. When you check this button, the code will auto-compile. You can see our selected file storage.sol is successfully compiled when we check this auto-compile. And that was our Solidity compiler. From here we can compile our smart contracts and then move to the deploy and run transactions. Here you will see the environments. We will come upon them later in this course. And that's the account, and we have many fake accounts already in here. All have 100 ethers that are fake ethers to test our code and transaction between each them account. And that's the limit of the gas, like when we do transaction between different accounts, how much gas it will take. And our compiled contract is storage, and now from here we can deploy it. The contract is successfully deployed. When you can open it, it will look something like this. That was some of the basic steps I wanted you to know about this before starting the Solidity code and writing the smart contracts in Solidity. And that was it for the video. If something is not clear to you, let me know in the comment section. And be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that YouTube will remind you when the new video is uploaded. For now, goodbye and see you in the next video.